The sun's a bit rough, isn't it, YouTube? Anyway, well, welcome to the channel. Going for a walk. Thought I'd do a bit of walk and talk about today's topic, which is why I started a YouTube channel. What are the reasons? Mid-50s, midlife crisis. No, it was based on a bet with my kid, actually. I'll just get straight to the point. I'll have a talk about a few other things along this walk down to the beach. But mostly, yeah, that was a bet. Maybe the bet that's gone wrong. But yeah, I've sort of transitioned into a bet, into like a bit of vlog therapy and a bit of a hobby. That's all it is. Because I did have a bet with him that I'd pump out 100 videos before he even did his first one. And the reason I come up with 100 is because most people won't do that, or they'll give up before they get to 100, because a lot of people get into it for the wrong reasons. They think they can make a quid off it, a fortune off it. In fact, that is totally the opposite. It's saturated, full of people, wannabes. That is not me, that think they're going to make a fortune out of it, and then they realize how tough it is. You got to come up with a lot of cool content, interesting stuff to keep people engaged, and that's certainly not me. But at least I can take you on a journey through my life and through things that's on my mind, and my experiences that I have meeting a variety of people throughout my travels, especially in my job. I do meet a lot of people as a teacher and trainer and whatnot. But yeah, that's how it come about, straight to the point. It was over a bet, but then it's come a bit of a hobby, a bit of vlog therapy, in fact. And I guess while you're talking to the camera has its advantages, that's for sure. It's not opinionated. It doesn't talk back to you. And it seems to always agree on the rubbish that you present. Well, except for the people that might follow you or catch one of your vlogs and then put some shitty comments on that. But besides that, yeah, and that's the real reason, because seriously, you need to put in a lot of work. I think there's a lot of work for little reward in YouTube. I'm not saying people shouldn't do it, but yeah, seriously, you're not going to make a fortune. In fact, what's the statistics show? That 90% of all videos watched well, the top 3% of YouTubers grab 90% of the views, according to the research. And also that further to that, it's like something like, on average, the top people will only earn about 300 US a week. So certainly that is not a wage that is in, or an amount of money that's very enticing. In fact, so I'm near the mangroves now, so I better move because it's full of bloody midges. And unfortunately, we won't see any crocodiles because it's it's winter and there's not many around, because you only see them if they get around this area in the wet season, when they get up the estuaries. So in the winter, it's not as common and pretty rare to see, but in the summer, you've got a high chance. So you can see I'm in the mangroves now. I don't like to hang around a lot in the mangroves for reasons. It's sandfly, i.e. midgie heaven. So yeah, going back to what I stated in the thumbnail, yeah, that's the reason that I started the YouTube, and I've just run with it because actually there's the advantage of YouTube, it gets you outside. I mean, I know the last one I did it in the car, and I did state that I hadn't done one in the car for a long time. Now I just get outside and do a walk and talk, or do some other random shit that's interesting for me. Maybe it's not interesting for other people, and the viewers state that. I know when I did those the accommodation review or cabin reviews, a lot of people started watching it. But as soon as tourist stuff, as soon as I got off the tourist trail, see the crossroads here, and there's your warning sign with your crocodile activity. Yep, they're real, and they get in here, and people don't take it serious enough, and they probably should. But it's not the crocodiles that bloody scare me, it's the bloody jellyfish. They're the ones that really worry me. So as a result, I don't get in the water too often. So I just make my way over the bridge, across the mangroves, and up to the beach. which is only about 10 meters in front of me. So this is a walk I usually take. I used to run a lot, and I don't run now more. I've just started to try and get into it again. So I just do the walk. It's about a 5K routine. To be honest with you, before I went on that holiday, if you watched any of my holiday videos, I laid off the exercise a bit for a variety of reasons I won't get into, yeah, so I've sort of just gotten back into it again. And here you would have seen this before, and this comes around out of the mangroves, and we've got the sun behind me there, and there's the beach behind me. We've had really ordinary weather in regards to the wind patterns. A lot of southerly winds over the last 3 weeks. A lot of rain off and on, not heavy rain. So I feel for the tourists that come up here, because they spend a lot of money for little reward, i.e. the weather. And I heard some people moan and groan the other day. I was actually talking to a few tourists the other day, some Vietnamese, and they were telling me how disappointed they are in the weather. And I actually stated to them, like, June and July is hit and miss here. It's when we get to August to November is the best time. And I tell many people that they think, you know, come up here in May, June is great. It's actually is hit and miss, and actually get a lot of strong wind patterns and shitty weather. So yeah, let's go back to what I was talking about. This is a very light-hearted talk. Where am I going to go with this? Well, like I stated, it's become a hobby, a bit of vlog therapy. I have no desire to make a go of it, and in fact, the research shows that age, location, gender, I could go on, is really against me. So, which is all cool. I have no problem with that. I do work, I have a job. I would not need to rely on this. I'd be a vlog beggar, like the trend that's happening around the world with all these guys and girls heading to places like Thailand, Bali, Vietnam, Malaysia, Cambodia, etc. It's overdone. They're not earning a lot of money, believe me. With the amount of, I'm just gonna drink of water. Council gives us free water stations, so I'm gonna take it. I'm a bit thirsty. Yeah, like I said, it's just walk and talk. So yeah, what the future of YouTube, geez, I tell you what, must be up in the air. It's just oversaturated, and the scam and the grifters out there is insane. People are begging. Like, I remember when I lived overseas for a long time, especially in Asia, you get the backpackers that were begged in Cambodia and shit like that. Vietnam, where I used to live, and we used to, you know, think now it's just gone up a level, and they've put themselves out there in YouTube land doing the same thing while they're really struggling. They get on an airplane from Australia or America or the UK with $500 in their wallet and a GoPro and a phone, and think they're going to be YouTube stars. Well, I guess they found out the hard way that doesn't work no more, because there's millions and millions of people doing the same thing. Wannabes. I did watch a guy from the UK, can't remember his name, but seemed like a pretty genuine sort of guy too, and pretty smart guy, and he went hard on YouTube and made shitloads of videos and whatnot. I can't remember his name, otherwise I'd leave a link below. He's got about 10,000 followers. And then yeah, he just at the end he sort of come onto did a vlog and said, look, you know, it's too tough. The competition, you're censored. You're censored too hard by YouTube and what you say. One piece of or one wrong word, and that next thing you're ghosted. You're blocked on YouTube in a way. People or your followers won't see your updates. It won't be promoted, and there goes the downhill spiral then, especially if you've got aspirations and you're making a little bit of coin off it. And if you get into it, once you get down the YouTube tunnel, you realize that there's not much money to be made in it, and you've got to put too much work. You're better off getting a real job for a while than taking holidays, I reckon. That's only my point and my spin on it. Just flick around, look down the beach towards Palm Cove, and there we go. double island. You probably, if you watch a few of my videos, you would have seen these, but I haven't done one on the beach like this for about 6 weeks or so, maybe a bit longer, I can't remember. But it is a great day indeed. Right, yeah, so I'll go back on the pathway. I'm gonna sort of blow this one up, finish it off before it gets too much of a rant. But yeah, so that's the reason I started YouTube, out of a bet, and then it become a bit of vlog therapy and a hobby, or vice versa, and it's more of a hobby. And it does, and the advantages of YouTube, if you don't take it seriously, it gets you out the house and it gets you to go to places that you mightn't have gone to for a long time, and you can sort of showcase it off and enjoy it more, because you want to promote it as such, that it is a cool place, and there's lots of cool places up here to promote. But again, it all takes time and it takes your resources to do that. And I think that's what, yeah, this sun's wicked. That's what a lot of YouTube vloggers start to find out. And I've watched quite a few that have, gone down that road and lost a lot of money. But you live and learn, don't you? Anyway, I'm going to cut it there. Until next time, peace out.